Hatter, the Beta Centauri star system, is from where the Atlantean elites originated and later returned, February 20, 2015. By Drekx Omega. My reference to Hatter, or the Greek Hades, to which the Atlantean elites retired, after the continental deluge, is a reference to the star known to Earth astronomy as Beta Centauri. Of course, Hades was well described in the Greek myths and, like all myth, based upon some elements of fact. The Roman equivalent of the god Hades was named Pluto, which is associated with an abode of darkness, greed, wealth and avarice. A plutocrat using modern parlance. True spiritual kingship has been distorted in its original meaning, as it was once a cosmic degree of achieved spiritual ability, as per a king of wisdom, or a Jesuit great initiate, et or terrestrial colonist. This changed when King Atlas achieved an hereditary monarchy, in which his many sons ruled his empire, due to family status rather than spiritual abilities. The first case of royalty on Earth, as we know today, and inspired by the draconian examples. The principle of rulership through family, rather than by merit. Note that the culturally semi-legendary King Atlas was actually named Atlant, and his wife was a queen, so titled and named, Jeshrish-Karyotide. In Greek mythology, it was Atlas the Titan who is reputed to hold the earth upon his broad shoulders, and his true name of Atlant gave itself to his continent of Atlantis, the Atlantic Ocean, the Atlas Mountains of North Africa, as well as the book of global maps we call an atlas. Valana said, Beta Centauri is where the visitor to the planet to the African lady that had the child and lived with him on one of the Beta C planets for a while, but her health did not permit her stay. She spoke with the UN, and her story was backed by an army general and her government. It was some time ago, I'm sure you probably heard of it. She had a book. I heard of her from someone, never read the book. I was not aware they came from Atlantis. Thank you for this. Drekx, I will post this with my videos on my front page of my site if it's okay with you. I have not seen your other videos. I will watch them soon as I get a chance, as your information is very good. Drekx reply. These are the Atlantean racial types that once contributed to their development over millennia. 1 Rumel, 2 Tlavatli, 3 Toltec, 4 Turanian, 5 Original Semite, 6 Akkadian, 7 Mongolian. If we are to scientifically study the Atlantean root race in its development over ancient millennia, we can note its great variety of sub-racial categories, starting with the Rumel, who were very tall and black in appearance, but with a bluish tinge, rather than a brown, as with modern black people. This racial development in the Atlantean evolution is based upon mass waves of migrations from a variety of sources in cosmos, including Beta Centauri, a star system their kings returned to, at the final destruction. You may also note that at the cultural height of Atlantean science, they were represented by the race we call the Toltecs, who were red-skinned peoples, taller than modern-day Native Americans, but possessing all their characteristics. The Turanian racial type was a result of a mass migration from planet Kudra in the Nejsan system, Lyra constellation. These yellow-skinned people were the beginnings of what we could say are the Chinese. And all related Sino-Asiatic people on Earth today owe their presence to the planet Kudra, which sent a mass migration wave to Earth over a full precessional cycle ago. The subsequent Atlantean evolutionary developments we see are towards the Semitic racial type, as we observe in modern Arabs. And finally, the Atlanteans left their continent, some returning to Hatter and others migrating around the world, many centering in Asia, becoming a people we know as Mongols. From a divine plan viewpoint, the purpose behind the Atlantean race on Earth was to fully develop the humanoid astral body. Hope this explains why the lady from Beta Centauri appeared that way. And a reminder that not all humanoid ETs are Nordic, as some might assume. The Nordic racial type is particular to Lyra and planets such as Saturn. Earth humans of the same racial type are considered to be of a different physical type to Atlantean, and we call that type the Aryan. The purpose is to develop mind, and is actually a state of consciousness, rather than just a physical appearance, albeit expressed physically. Aryan consciousness can exist in all modern humans, of any racial type. Thus we see modern man's obsession with science. The fifth ray of concrete science, which under the law of correspondences, is amplified under the fifth Aryan root race. The great variety of humanoid racial types on Earth is a direct reflection of the diversity of cosmos. The cosmic roots for all humanoids are planet Duran of the Vega system. Original humans were blue-skinned and all other racial types issued from that prototype. On Earth, minus the protective firmament layers, blue-skinned surface peoples became brown-skinned, over time. The Syrians consist of two basic types, Nordic white and blue, unlike Earth, which is far more diverse. Selamat Kasajoram Zal, Syrian for be blessed in the love and joy of spirit. Colonel Drekx Omega, Commander, Galactic Federation of Light Ground Crew, East England Sector. Read more at ashtercommandcrew.net. Follow us on Ashter Command Crew on Facebook.